Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the Warlock, we have D1ngus Khan. Spawning on the top left side as the Force Commander, we have Zensai555. Yep, just something, looks like everything's going good, not dropping any frames. So, I think everything's good. No, I'm not Rolla. We do have a second Guardian Squad being pulled out. Tactical Marine Squad almost deployed. Got Howling Banshees out in the field. Of course, Tactical Marine Squads are quite expensive. We've got a second squad being pulled out and out. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm a little bit paranoid right now. Frame rate just seems like a little bit choppy here and there. Maybe I should go ahead. I wish I really can rebind the arrow keys to the WSD, because I don't really want to move my other arm around my microphone in order to pan it with my arrow keys. So that is generally a little bit better. I wonder if you guys can hear the clicking sound that may pop up. You may hear it when I'm talking because of noise gate. Without it, yep, the noise gate program does go ahead and mute it all. We got the Warlock getting a nice little cast there. The Warlock is getting quadruple team, but he does spot his entire opponent's force, which does give the Warlock player valuable intelligence. Also allows him to know that he can now capture all these other sectors without any reprisal. Got a Guardian team here, Guardian Squad, as well as Howling Banshees. He knows there's a lot of squads there, best not to advance. We got the Tactical Marine Scout and Force Commander. It could be relatively safe engagement. He does get the power points there, so he's falling back as well. Don't have to worry, can't intercept that squad because there's nothing to intercept if it's falling back. And looks like the Force Commander is captured the left side of the map. On the right side, we do have the various force capture points. I really also hate the fact that the player that's blue is in red, and over here, the person in red is in a bluish color. Colors are backwards. Annoying. Guardian Squad does get some good volleys there on the Tactical Marine Squad. Scout Squad gets some good damage as well. This Guardian Squad will likely need to fall back. Does fall back now. Oh, here got the Shotgun Squad advancing forward, gets some good damage there. Gets a good knockback there, Shotgun Blast, and gets good AoE damage there. Howling Banshees does fall back. Warlock does get a nice cast there as well, and there is a Guardian's weapon team now deployed on the field. Just deployed on out. Now got the Tactical Marine Squad and the Scout Squad. Get some good damage there onto that Guardian Squad out on the retreat. Let's see if I can do a better painting with by holding the middle mouse button. I need to learn that a little bit better. It's a little bit difficult, honestly. We got the Guardian Weapon team now receiving some fire from the Tactical Marine Squad, trying to set them up. Warlock trying to tie them up in melee, but the Tactical Marine Squad will tie the Guardian Weapon team up in melee. You could fully withdraw there. Howling Banshees and Guardian Squad advancing forward. Guardian Squad not fully reinforced. Should be fully reinforced relatively soon. And does not get fully reinforced in time. A little bit too antsy. Now we do have a second Guardian Squad, or Guardian Weapons team deployed on the field, so the Warlock's going for a lot of Tier 1 units. The Guardian Squads can help him secure field control, and the Scout Squad will go and fall back. Guardian Weapon team's now setting up, trying to provide suppression and cover the victory point in the center of the map. We likely, yes, we will see Assault Marines pulled out of the field. Assault Marines, of course, a good counter to any heavy weapons team, as they always jump on top of them. Guardian Weapon teams are good at firing the left, the right, and what's in front, not what's above. Scout Squad's advancing forward, getting some decent damage there onto the Guardian Squad. You may see a Shotgun Blast coming onto one of these squads relatively soon, such as that Guardian Weapon team. He's going to try to tie up in melee, does fall back to the Guardian Weapon team. Tactical Marine Squad is getting some good damage as well. Guardian Weapon team has dropped one of its models. And now the Force Commander is advancing forward. Guardian Squad's down to 3 members. This is the one that was not fully reinforced, and may need to fall back down. I do have the Guardian Weapon team, does get some good suppression there on the Force Commander. And do have this Guardian Squad throws out Plasma Grenade, point blank Plasma Grenade onto the Assault Marine Squad, getting severe damage. Howling Banshees needs to engage the Assault Marines as soon as possible. They do jump on top of the Guardian Weapon team. Guardian Weapon team does fall back. Assault Marine Squads get forced back as well. Force Commander is also falling back. No model drops there. Howling Banshees could, yeah, it does rotate over to the Tactical Marine Squad and forces them all back. Didn't get any model drops, which is good for for the Space Marine spending resources, but these guys are all severely wounded. These guys could have to stay back the stronghold for an extra amount of time just to get healed up, which is very important. Banshee's now chopping up some power generators. Oh, that was not fully deployed. Now it's fully deployed. But out of the way. Good damage onto it. He'll likely get this one. The Scout Squad with shotgun's going to advance forward and get a shotgun blast on that Howling Banshees. And some Marines do actually jump and force back the Howling Banshees and not get the power generator. Maybe a good idea to get the Scout to repair up that power generator a little bit. Just something a little bit more than dangerously low health. This Guardian Squad does fall back, so heavy weapons team behind some heavy cover there, gains some good suppression there on the Salt Marines. Salt Marines do have 60 energy, they should be able to jump. Open my drink, so you may hear a bit of noise. And those Salt Marines do get suppressed by another Guardian weapon team. How Salt Marines are falling back, still no model drops there, but you can see that previous engagement, they're still very wounded, and now they're going to maintain being wounded. And maybe a good idea for them to just sort of forget about it for the time being. The shore is heavy cover there with the knockback, very nice. Force Command charging forward, being upgraded the armor of Alacrity, which is a speed armor if I remember correctly. Gotta go fast.
Weapons team under attack. I will send you to your grave, Scout.
Warlock now receiving some shotgun blasts, and we got this Tactical Marine Squad receiving quite a bit of suppression there. And the Guard Weapon team should be able, no, having trouble with the angle, but does fall back entirely. The chance of a plasma grenade was very likely. Does get some good damage there, but still no model drops. I can't tell if the Force Commander is being lucky or unlucky at this point in time, because these constantly wounded squads are making him having trouble maintaining field control, but it does knock out the opponent's Warlock, who forgot about him. Guardian Squad does get some damage. It did not focus on the low health power generator. Oh no, he did. That's a freshly built one. I can see the health rapidly going up. So it did take a low health one there. Salt Marines advancing forward, trying to jump out of the arc. Remember, he's still a bit wounded from the previous engagement. Guardian Squad does use Fleet of Foot. They gotta go fast. And the heavy weapons team does go and rotate around. On the right side, we got the shotguns. A big fail of a plasma grenade there. Well, it looks like the Scout Squad may fall back. Shotgun blast the Guardian Squad before falling back. Salt Marines looks like they did jump forward, not forcing back the Guardian Squad. It does get a nice knockback there as well. Force Commander now being upgraded to the Teleporter Pack. Iron Help also engage these heavy weapons team there, able to teleport around himself. He probably will go for a weapon that specializes in anti-infantry as well. Probably the hammer, the Thunder Hammer as well, I'm guessing.
Our haste is dangerous.
We have it, Farseer.
We will stand against any enemy. Strategic location spotted.
The Space Marines press their attack.
Salt Marine Squad being upgraded to Sergeant now. Scout Squad, Tactical Marines have been upgraded their Sergeant. The way he is positioning them, nope, I first thought he was going to try to upgrade the Stern Guard veterans, but it looks like not. Howling Pages have been upgraded to Aspect Strength, giving them eventually anti-vehicle weapon, the Oshtark. A great knockback there onto the Guardian's weapon team. Good shout there on the Howling from the Howling Banshees, though I didn't actually hear them shout. And now we got a nice Righteous Fury. Plasma Grenade thrown. Does avoid the Plasma Grenade. Howling Banshees needs to fall back. Salt Marines are falling back as well. Both of them down to 2 models. Heavy Weapons team does fall back. Has all of its models. Nope, never mind. Down 1. Good frag grenade there from the Scout Squad. Guardian Squad does fall back as well. Good melee hit there by the Sergeant. Guardian Squad does go down as well. And now the Guardian's weapon team will be falling back, so losing that Guardian Squad is a loss, but not a massive loss, honestly. He still has access to 1, so he still has access to a set of repairs. Maybe a good idea to keep that squad going around capturing points. He also has quite a bit of requisition stored up here as well. Perhaps respawn the Warlock, Plasma Grenade thrown. We'll get one of the models.
Support structure complete.
And it looks like the scout squad does get forced on back. Maybe a good idea to go. Oh, does teleport back to Warlock now. Warlock immediately upgraded the warp throw ability. Ooh, and the guardian weapon squad will go down. Losing both guardian squads, so now he does not have access to any repairs at the moment, so maybe a good idea to not deploy out any vehicles such as the Falcon or Fire Prism. You can always go for Wraith Guard or Wraith Lord. Can't be up at tier 3 with Wraith Bone for health regen. Do have a Falcon on the build queue. You can always upgrade it with a shield generator as well, but needs to eye some sort of repair capability. Guardian Weapon Team does get some good damage there onto the Assault Marines. And does hit the power generator. He may jump onto the Guardian Weapon Team. Nope, jumps away. Very nice. Scout Squad signed to capture that point. We do have 2 Scout Squads with shotguns here, and the Tactical Marine Squad has been upgraded to Stern Guard veterans. Good cast there, and now we've got the Howling Banshees charging forward, trying to get some good damage. Shouts in front of the face of the Stern Guard veterans. Likely will force him back. Seeing a bit too much damage there, but we'll see if Tarantula with Sentry Gun fire. None of the models do go down, so you can fall back, get some healing. And now we do have the Thunder Hammer upgrade along the Armor of Alacrity, which also increases speed by 0.5 and the sprint ability. And you also have the teleporter back row. So we've got a very, very mobile Force Commander with an 18th infantry weapon. Howling Banshees squad does fall back right there. Suppression here, and does teleport forward to stop the Guardian Weapon Team. Assault Marines do fail to jump there, but the Guardian Weapon Team will fall back without being wiped. Falcon skirmishing around, does not have the shield generator upgrade.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
Does throw a frag grenade there on the Falcon, getting some damage. More damage than shotguns with bolter fire. And looks like the Force Command does get forced back from the Warlock and the Howling Banshees. Warlock Force has been upgraded to the Warp Throw ability and now have armor-piercing rounds loaded up on the Stern Guard veterans, getting some great damage there on the Falcon. Down to 20% health. But back to the Warp Throw, which it gives the ability of Warp Throw, which allows the Warlock to throw enemies so far. If I remember correctly, it grabs a group, and I think it throws them towards him? But it could be away from him. I sort of forget which direction. Good knockback there onto the Howling Banshees, and they do fall back now.
Howling Banshees have howled their last.
Guardian's Weapon Team will likely get... Oh, that's going to be a powerful frag grenade there. It does retreat, and receives small amount of splash damage there.
The foe seeks
Power
to
generator
deprive
here
us
has
of a
not been
vital
rebuilt.
resource point.
The power generator over here has been rebuilt. Oh, that one's recently rebuilt as well. Falcon pushing way forward, has received some repairs, not a lot though. And those scouts will go ahead and fall on back. Over here, got the Stern Guard veterans and Assault Marines facing forward. Assault Marines have been loaded up with the melta bombs. Oh, did they change the name of this? Thunder and Lightning. Each equip the Assault Squad with melta bombs and blind grenades. Oh, that's new, isn't it? I remember just before it was just melta bombs, but now they get flashbangs. Blind grenades decrease sight radius and weapon range of units affected by 75%. So it doesn't decrease damage or accuracy, just reduces max range. That's not going to be really that useful unless they have a really good throw range. Guardian Squad advance forward. We've got some armor-piercing rounds locating those forces. Falcon has received some damage, but not a whole lot. The Guardian Squad here could take time to repair up the Falcon.
We are assembled.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
You now have Tier 3 being researched, and now the Force Commander is using some autocannon fire, or whatever that gun's called. Not necessarily a machine gun, but it's heavier than machine gun, but it fires slow bursts. So I'm thinking I sort of just call it autocannon, really. Needing an autocannon. We have the scout squad. We're seeing quite a bit of suppression there. 2 guardian squads push away forward. Frag grenade thrown on the support models there. Getting a great hit there. If those 3 support models down, the gun will explode. Guardians or Howling Bench charging forward does tie up the Stormguard veterans up in melee, forcing back. 2 of the models do go down. We got Assault Marines advancing forward. The Noted Bomb apparently does, according to the description, 200 damage. It does get 200 damage on in. Good damage onto it, but they didn't receive enough repairs and had above 200 health to stay alive. Assault Marines are now falling back. They still have the Sergeant still alive. And now got the Howling Banshees engaging. Good shotgun blast there onto the Howling Banshees. Scout Squad's gonna be just trying to run away from these Howling Banshees now.
To take this ground would be wise.
The Warlock's not going for tier 3. I'm not sure what he's going for. I generally view tier 3 as pretty weak for Eldari. He may be eyeing for some fast Seer Councils. His opponent's current composition is somewhat vulnerable to a Seer Council.
We have succeeded in our objectives.
I'm not so sure what he's planning to go for. Falcon's advancing forward, gain some good damage there onto these scouts. And does throw a frag grenade there, does roll a miss there, and the Falcon's probably going a little bit too far away for its drive-by. The Force Command is also already on tier 3. Maybe a good idea to go. Let's see, he's fighting against. Oh, saving a lot of resources. Is he going for a Land Raider? Warp throw does roll a miss there. Melted Bomb does connect with the Falcon. Does the garrison the Falcon there with his Guardian Squad. The Scout Squad does fall back. Warlock has received part of the fire, has been upgraded the Witchblade Coronas, giving that big AoE effect there. Arm piercing rounds loading on up, crack rounds of the Falcon. Righteous Fury does connect, knocking back some of the Howling Banshees. And Howling Banshees are receiving quite a bit of fire. The Soul Squad does fall back as well. I think the Force Commander is going for a Land Raider.
No blow will go on answer.
Falcon's advancing forward. Both on your scouts. The scouts can't do much versus the Falcon. A bit of damage there. Howling Banshees looks like they are going to fall back from the Force Commander.
More cautiously now.
After the PowerPoint, in the center, VP being captured on up. The VPs are quite similar, and soon it's going to be very even, but it's going to be a double capture, then potentially triple capture against the Eldari player. Force Commander does fall back. Heavy Whip Scene does set on up, but we got the Howling Banshees charging forward. Trying to tie up the scouts up in melee. Gets good damage there. Good knockback there. Howling Banshees have been reinforced. Warlock advancing forward. We may see the Witchblade Coronos ability right there. Wait, is that an L? Okay, that is the Warp Throw. I don't know why I thought it was an Eldritch Storm at first. Warlock is falling back. See quite a bit of damage right there. And Force Commander is still a massive reserve of resources. I have no idea what he's going for. So Marine Squad does fall back. Howling Banshees is charging with forward, trying to have the Stormguard veterans up in melee. It does force back the Stormguard veterans. But you have the tickets now 217 to 217. But now there's a slight advantage in favor of the Eldari Terminators. We got regular Terminators now deployed on the field. He could go for some Assault. Nothing's out of red points for Assault Terminators. The damage down the Howling Banshees. Their Storm Bolters do quite a bit of damage. Now be upgraded to Cyclone Missile Launchers. Capturing up the Central VP as well. Guardian Squad evacuates inside the Falcon to avoid the Force Commander. Do now have a Fire Person deployed out by the Warlock. Another generator is under fire, receiving quite a bit of damage, will likely go down. Though the Force Commander does have plenty of energy in and maybe enough energy for the rest of the game. He doesn't have to worry about rebuilding any generators, but does save that one, barely. We may see 2 health, 1 health. 1 health remains. The Force Commander needs to pull out his pistol, but does not have a pistol to pull out at the moment, so he has the Force Hammer. Terminators received quite a bit of damage right there from the Guardian's Weapon team, and the Guardian's Weapon team is falling back, and now the Warlock's falling back as well.
I bring you the fire of the crystal ray.
We are assembled. We are assembled.
The prism
Fire Prism is now advancing forward. We do now have a Predator deployed on the field as well. He could go for a last cannon Predator. He doesn't have any anti-vehicle at the moment. Maybe a last cannon Predator is the correct choice. Falcon now receiving some fire from these assault marines. Looks like there's no melted bomb to be thrown. Armor piercer rounds doing some great damage there. Cyclone missiles rains on in. Fire Prism does get a nice knockback there. Falcon has 169 health and goes out of control thanks to that melted bomb. That shield generator, if he had that researcher, could have saved it. Assault Marines do fall back now, and does take out the last generator there.
It is time to add to our war panoply. The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
Strategic location spotted. They lose fire.
Guardian Squad Advanced Support does have the Warlock upgrade as well. May see a Plasma Grenade here. Looks like not though. The Guardian Squad does fully withdraw.
It is a fusillade.
Stormguard Veterans now seeing some fire there from the Fire Prism as well.
Where is there need of me?
Over here, Scout Squad eyeing to capture the Center VP. Howling Bench is charging forward, trying to tie up these forces up in melee. Though he does knock back a couple of his own models there, but the Scout Squad does fall back. Does now stick around with that Fire Prism and Howling Banshees hitting them. Force Commander now seeing a bit of fire there. You have the
Shuriken cannons adding warp generator.
Force Command teleports forward, try and tie up the Guardian Weapon team up in melee, and great splash damage on his own force there.
We are in the fray.
I find the warp throw ability gives him like a grenade on common type. Interesting.
Generator operational.
Location spotted.
Scout Squad advancing forward, trying to camouflage. Throws out a frag grenade there on the heavy weapons team. Guardian team does fall on back, and so does the Scouts. Up north, Guardian Weapon team does fall back as well. Terminators and Stormguard Veterans not working with C. Good kills there.
Smashed. So they resist us.
Assault Marine Squad does get some damage there onto the Howling Banshees that do fall back now. Last Cannon Predator now advancing forward. Does get an armor piercing shot there onto the Last Cannon Predator. Last Cannon Predator is getting some rounds distracted. Good hits there. Still, the Last Cannon Predator is firing against the wrong target. Again on the wrong target as well. The Fire Prism still getting some great damage there. Rear armor shots could be quite deadly. Good hit there. Fire Prism can now pursue. Advance. Start pursuing the Predator tank. The Predator tank probably still in range, but now he will have trouble retargeting towards it. Fires around onto the Force Commander there. Assault Marines do jump away, and the Predator tank will fall back. Fire Prism still at nearly full health, has 499 health out of 500. Good knockback there onto the Assault Marines there. And the Stormguard Veterans now seeing some hits from the Fire Prism as well. And that Stormguard Veteran may go down. It's a good hit there, down 24 health. And one more shot could take it out. He needs to retarget towards it. Fires around there. Cyclone missiles rolls a relatively big miss there. And looks like he did not finish off either of those squads. Scouts repairing up the Predator tank on the front line. Fire Prism will not find it. The Howling Banshees and Guardian squads will be engaging that Terminator. Raiders do have horsepower fist. They should do reasonably well versus the Howling Banshees. Predator tank advancing forward. Fire person has seen some hits hit there from the melter bomb. Retarget towards the Predator tank and retarget towards the assault marine squad and goes down. Eldritch Storm, however, coming in deadly hit there, gets a haywire grenade there from somewhere. Oh, and the Predator tank does stay alive. Could perhaps put some auto guardian weapon squad teams on fire. And here comes Oshtark. Plasma grenades raining on in. Roll some misses there. Down to 34 health. Needs to make sure to jump behind it. Auto attack there, down 32, 25 health. Best jump behind it. And interrupt the movement speed. Fusion gun, good hit attack there, down to 1 health, and fusion gun does take it out. Shark does fall back now. And also the force commander is out of requisition.
No need for haste.
Down south, just the Oshtark. Guardian weapon team set on up. Guardian squad's down to 3 members. And they will step up behind some heavy cover. Sword Guard is facing forward. Gets good damage on these forces. The shield's sustaining some damage there. And now we do got the force commander tie up the Guardian weapon team up in melee. Fusion gun now firing away on that force commander.
The Space Marines press their attack.
Plasma grenade was cast there onto the Terminator squad. Talent benches may go down. There's a lot of fire potential coming onto them. They do have still 48 health remaining, so looks like they will skip on out of there. No, the poison damage doing quite a bit, but nope, looks like they will fall back in time. Oshtark trying to tie up the Terminators up in the melee. The Terminators are capturing the central VP. Ray doesn't have a whole lot of VPs remaining. If weapon team Guardian Squad does get some good damage there. Receive a pair of frag grenades there. It is still alive. And the weapon itself is now falling back, and he will escape on out of there. Stormguard is receiving quite a bit of damage now. Plasma grenade throw gets good damage there onto the scout squads, so they do fall back now.
We have 100 points remaining.
Terminator now receiving a bit of fire there. This VP is captured up. There's a double capture against the Eldari player. The Eldar player. Assault Marines now advancing forward. They may jump forward. Force Commander may join them. Guardian Weapon Team, Guardian Squad down 3 members trying to capture the central VP. And they will get interrupted. They do not capture it up. This one has been decaptured, now being fully captured. Warlock could use a warp throw in order to disrupt that capture. Now the Force Commander charging forward does get a warp throw right there, knocking back the Force Commander away from the Guardian Weapon Team. Alright, what I would have done on top of the Assault Squad just to get it out from capturing that point. These weapons have squads are boiling up, but they're very, very wounded. Force Commander may go down to 34 health. Submarine's trying to interrupt those Howling Bases there. Good knockback there. Submarine squad's not falling back. This point's capturing up. Lose the Eldar players on the 44 tickets and count down against them. Guardian Weapon Team's now setting up against good support submarines as they jump on forward. I had this squad up in melee. They will receive quite a bit of fire from the other Guardian Weapons team. And they do fall back for the time being. We got some suppression there. Plasma grenade does roll a miss there. Guardian Weapon Team does go down.
The Space Marines are taking one of our resource
Seer Council on the
points.
build queue. It's probably too late for a Seer Council. Plus, it's soon to be a double and triple capture against them. Up north, nope, there's actually, that's Oshtark up there. Now there's a still capture against the Eldari player. That could be quickly fixed for the time being. This was not being captured on up. Hound still falling back. Warlock does go down. Best spend the requisition immediately to get that Warlock back. He has no time to wait for having a down squad like that. Seer Council now advancing forward. Needs to hit that scout squad. That scout squad's the biggest threat right now because he's going to win him the game if he doesn't stop him. He needs to throw a plasma grenade there. That point's now captured. That could be game ending right there. Guardian squad needs to start capturing the VP immediately. Archtarch's now captured this point. Up north got the force commander, so he's playing against time right now. There's not a lot of tickets remaining. Okay, all points have been captured now. The Archtarch's shield generator is now up and going, and now the Terminators are getting tied up in melee from the Seer Council. Again, make sure he falls back to stay out of the base MGs. They do get knocked back there. The Salt Marine, they may just have to stay on the front line right now and not fall back from the Salt Marines because he cannot afford them to be forced back right now. He may need to be a bit suicidal with him. He only has 5 VPs remaining. He needs to make sure not. He can let this point get decaptured. We can't let both points be captured or this point get fully captured. How may just get a great shout there and knocking back the horse, suppressing all those forces. Great jump there onto the heavy weapons team. It does go ahead and immediately tie up the Seer Council up in melee. Seer Council's down to very, very low health. This force, not a whole lot there. Northern point has been captured, which is very important. Salt Marines tying up the Seer Council up in melee. Seer Council does fall back in time. Good knockback there, followed from Battle Pride Force Commander. Good special attack. And that Guardian Squad does go down. He lost both his Guardian Weapons team as well. Watchdog just went down as well. Is that an Eldritch Store? 6 tickets, that made a game. All points are still captured. And that is game. Holy crap. That was good. Good thing he went suicidal. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.